Hello, this is Katie. Welcome back to my channel. So we are going to talk about this tool right here from Amanda at Twiddler's Nook. I'm going to I'm just going to put one link down below. I'm going to put a link to this item, but you can also get to her shop. It's just through Etsy. So rather than giving you her shop and the item, I'll just link you to the item. You can click on her shop and look at other items as well. So this is all that I bought, but she is so sweet, and she sent these little bits here, which are so cute. Look at those with the envelope and the heart. Oh my goodness. Super sweet. I love her logo too. I put it in my thumbnail. I asked her if I could use that. So, I love it. It's teal and it makes me happy. So of course I chose mint. There are color options. You can click the link down below and pick the color that you want. The one in the image is white. I picked mint, which matches my mint magnetic die cut holder from her as well. And all of my mint dishes that hold all my little bits and bobs and sequins and die cuts. And I just love teal. So clearly I love what she does. So yeah, these are 3D printed, in case you cannot tell. And what I have not told you, if you do not know, is what this is and what it is for. So if you have a stamping platform such as the Misty or others, you may know that when you have the stamps in the window and you go to push them down, that you have to do this all over, or you have to use your hand, or you have to use a sleeve if you want it to go smoother. I think there are a couple crafters that use like a Swiffer dusting sheet so it goes smoothly. People have come up with different ways to make it a little bit easier, especially with people who have kind of issues with their hands and pain and not being able to do too much with them, which at times is my case because my hands fall asleep a lot at night. And every now and then during the day, I'll do something that will tweak it and it just hurts real bad. So any pressure I can take off of my hands would be lovely. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually set this aside for a second with the tool, which has felt. It's just this plastic, whatever 3D printer uses. And then this felt kind of, it's like kind of like a air hockey table thing. And we will use that second. But I first want to hand stamp so that we can get a comparison. I'm going to be using Pretty Pink Posh Summer Drinks to make it easy. I'm going to split up the drinks so that I don't have to redo any of these without cleaning them. I'm going to use my teeny tiny Lawn Fawn acrylic blocks because I love them so much. The little super tiny, I think it's like less than 2 inches. So I'm going to do 3, actually we'll do 2 drinks and the strawberry. How about that? And then in the platform, I'll put the other 3 drinks and the lime lemon. Okay, so grab your favorite drink. Mine is in my super pink girly Mariner's Koozie Diet Ginger Ale. Grab your favorite drink. Grab a snack, whatever you want. Grab your favorite, at the moment, black stamping ink. This is what I've been using. We graduated from Memento Tuxedo Black ink for forever to some Lawn Fawn Jet Black to this one. Just kind of depends on how the ink pad is behaving that day. And maybe someday someone will invent one that never smears, but we're still waiting for that. So, and gets on my fingers. Okay, so I'm going to just stamp as I normally would with an acrylic block. And normally I'll have a piece of paper and I will stamp. I'm going to zoom in a little bit here. And I will stamp a few, because this is the first stamp of this stamp. Only tap 2 to 3 times. You don't want to get too much ink. It looks like that first one had too much up here. I'm going to do the strawberry. few times. So now stamping, I'm going to also compare. I'm going to need a third card in the stamping platform with the same images that I'm going to use in the stamping platform. We're going to do it once with our hands and once with the pressure tool. I'm not necessarily saying that the pressure tool is going to be a better or not better outcome when it comes to stamping images. The idea is to take the pressure and the annoyance off of your hands and having to use your hands or your sleeve to press on that window. So this is the result I get. Good enough, pretty good. I usually just take a pen, cross out the ones I know I'm not going to color. Makes it super easy. This one's a little too much ink for me. That one's got too much ink at the top of the umbrella. That's why I always stamp a few images. This strawberry, a little thick at the top, but it's not too bad. So I'll cross out the ones I know I'm not going to color and set it aside for coloring. Okay, I'll clean those later. So now in our window, and I thought I had, maybe I only have a strip. I'll cut this one in half. How about that? Let's trim this down to about half. Okay. So we'll just line these up. I'm just going to put it in the corner because it's easier. Okay, let me zoom out a little bit so we can see the whole platform here. Put it in the corner just so that if you need to restamp it, you shove it back in the corner. You're not trying to guess. The magnet, it doesn't matter how good the magnets in any of them are. It's possible that your paper is going to move unless you know exactly where it was. Another good thing to you is use the measurements. If you want to put it at exactly the 1 inch, great. If it moves, you know exactly, like I just moved it, you know exactly at the 1 inch, and you can put it back down. But these magnets are not perfect. They're not going to actually hold the paper where it was. So I'm just going to tuck it in the corner. And we're going to do 3 drinks and a lime or lemon, whatever that may be. It can be whatever you color it to be. That is up to you. Okay. So we're going to put that there. We're going to pick up, again, paper shifts. Magnets are not perfect. I don't trust them. Okay, so first I'm going to just do it with my hand. We are going to ink this up. If you've seen me use this before in a video, I've even mentioned it out loud, but I push down, and I don't know if any of the new Misties are like this, but I push down on the window. You'll notice it lifts up the left side when I do that, but it makes this flat. I can then press my ink on evenly without this window flopping around. So again, I'm already using my hand for more work than I need to be. So we're going to ink it up. We're just going to press. This is my preferred method for now, till we start using our doorknob. I'm going to call it a doorknob. So, sorry, not sorry. Pressure pal. She calls it a pressure pal, which is cute. But I'm probably just going to call it a doorknob because that's what I do. Okay, second ink up. Don't have to press too much on the second go around. You can just too much ink sometimes. Good enough for me. And then the other piece. All right, so now the idea. I'm still going to press this down. I'm still going to ink this up the same way. But now, when we press this down, we take our doorknob, we hold it like we're playing air hockey, and we move it around like this. And then we lift up. Great. Actually, that's a great first impression. I'd be fine with that. Just a light couple more taps. Set it down. Pressure tool. Don't even have to think about using your hands. And fantastic. So now here comes the benefit. Rather than just relieving the pressure on your hands, the benefit of using this versus your hands. So I'm going to clean these later. Don't kill me. I don't want to mess up my nails. I'll probably wear gloves to clean those. Okay. So now I want to zoom in on this. This one over here is me pressing with my hands. This one is the Pressure Pal. I already immediately noticed two things. This lemon lime, whatever drink this becomes, let's call it lemonade, this lemon here and here. When I'm pushing on the window, I'm pushing wherever I see I've got images. So I'm putting specific pressure points and possibly pushing more ink into those areas, which is not ideal. Okay. And then in the straw here, it's barely, you can barely see the bends in the straw, and there's too much ink in the rind there. On this one, I'm actually so excited, you guys, because this is going to be an even pressure. I'm not sitting here pushing at pinpoints into my images and just squishing that ink into the picture. I have an even flat pressure. I'm just doing this a few times and I don't get that smudge, and I can see the bends in the straw. I'm hoping that comes up on camera. I can see the two white spots, whereas I can see this second one filling in with black. So honestly, better than I expected as a reason to use something like this versus an item that your fingers are either under, whether it's your sleeve or it's nothing, and you're pushing and squishing that ink into places, tiny places it doesn't belong. Already love it for that. And even the rind on whatever this is, let's call it a lime because this is probably a margarita. The rind, it's squished into there. That one, wide open. I love it. So very, very happy I grabbed that. Somebody finally made one affordable. I know that shipping outside of the US can be a lot. It really does cost her that much to ship. She's not being unfair. So if it's worth it to you, it's not a matter of how much you spend. So spending more doesn't necessarily help on shipping. It just makes the item heavier. So having to ship outside of the country just becomes more expensive. But it is totally worth it for this here. And this is awesome. So this is $12. I will link the item down below. You can look at other items in her shop. She has super adorable embellishments, sequin mixes, tons of stuff, and everything else I showed you. This magnet die holder. This has been holding on to these dies this entire time I've been working on this birthday card project. So it's a lifesaver because I won't lose them. I think I want to do a giveaway for one of these. So I'm going to have her send me one, or maybe I'll work with her and talk to her about letting you guys pick your color. I just want to make sure it's going to be available for a certain period of time and that she's able to make any of the colors for a while. So I'll talk to her about that. So I will link my Instagram down below. Keep an eye on there because I'm probably going to do it there if I work that out with her. And yeah, super cool. And I'm glad I actually found a very good reason to use it, because honestly, in my head, it was just a relief for my hand. And I think a lot of people feel that way. But that even pressure matters. It matters in these tiny, tiny creases, so you're not squishing ink into those areas, those unwanted areas. So I love it, and it's awesome. And that was enough for me to fall in love. So there you go. I will link it down below. I'll link my Instagram down below. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.